We're just hours away from the final presidential debate between President Trump and Democrat nominee Joe Biden. The topics have already been announced, but there's still a lot of questions that remain up in the air. Here to discuss this further is Louisiana's Attorney General Jeff Landry. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, and good morning.
Good morning to you, too. First, I want to get your reaction to the Trump campaign requesting the Commission on Presidential Debates to change the final debate topics to at least include foreign policy after NBC moderator Kristen Welker announced topics that are very similar to the first debate. Your thoughts?
Yeah, well, look, after having heard for 4 years from the Democrats about fake Russia collusion, you would think that foreign policy would be front and center in any of these debates. What happens is, unfortunately, the Presidential Debate Commission is losing a ton of credibility amongst the American people. It seems to be completely slanted and biased towards the Democrat candidates. And the fact that they would not even offer one question about foreign policy after discussing foreign policy consistently for 4 years is hypocritical.
Especially with these news revelations that are coming out about Iran and Russia trying to meddle in our elections. And then, of course, you see that President Trump, he's making these peace agreements, brokering these peace agreements between the UAE and Israel, along with Bahrain. Now, you wrote an op-ed which has to do with the Supreme Court packing because Democrat nominee Joe Biden, he keeps on tiptoeing around the question over whether he would pack the Supreme Court if elected. He previously said he wasn't a fan of the idea, but then revealed that voters will know where he stands before the election. Do you expect we will get a concrete answer tonight?
Well, unfortunately, he's acting like flip-flop Joe, right? He is against court packing, and now he's for court packing, or he won't tell us whether he's for it. He says he wants to tell the voters right before the election, but millions of people are actually voting today. I would think that they would deserve to know what his stance is on court packing. Look, there's no doubt that the Democrats are furious over the fact that the president gets to pick another Supreme Court. That's not anyone's fault. It's the way that the Constitution was written. It's our foundational document here in this country, and both the president and the Senate are exercising their rights underneath it. Again, it just goes to show you the hypocrisy of the left and the way that Joe Biden would govern this country. He's basically not going to tell us what he's going to do until he does it. And then it'll be one of those things is don't do what I say, how I act, do what I say.
How much do you think tonight's debate matters to those who are still not sure who they will vote for?
Well, I do believe that this debate is important, quite honestly, in light of the recent information that we found out about over the Hunter Biden laptop and information contained in it, and the way that some of the social platforms have basically censored that information from many American citizens. I actually think that there are voters who are leaning towards the Biden Harris ticket that may be looking to find out maybe they don't want to vote for him anymore. Maybe they want a president and they want the current president to continue down the trend of protecting America, making sure that our communities are safe, and they trust President Trump on foreign policy issues.
And you make another great point regarding that Hunter Biden laptop controversy. Of course, that's been the focus these past few days, and it's really raised a lot of eyebrows and a lot of questions. Lastly, another big event happening today is in Capitol Hill, specifically the Senate Judiciary Committee, where they're scheduled to vote the Supreme Court nominee, Judge Amy Coney Barrett, out of committee for a full Senate vote. Senate Democrats on the committee plan to boycott the confirmation hearing. What do you make of this?
Well, of course, it's always grandstanding on Capitol Hill, and unfortunately, the American people suffer from that grandstanding. The Democrats are famous for it. They really are actors continuing to play out a terrible drama and saga. Look, I think it's time to go ahead and seat to be Justice Barrett onto the court. I think that all of the vetting that they did, I think that the Republicans and Leader McConnell did a great job in giving the Democrats ample time to question too soon to be Justice Barrett. And it's time for a vote. It's time to seat her, especially as the election looms.
Again, Louisiana Attorney General Jeff Landry, thank you so much again for your time.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.